Wednesday morning and I need to get some gratuitous footage of this little Polo that goes home today, and then I get something rather special this afternoon, which I'm really stoked about. Really excited to drive.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be.
So we got the drone footage, which is cool. I'm always intrigued. There's two cars up here. There's a black Bucky and a red Corolla. Quite rundown and buggered up cars. And just like two guys parked off in the cars on the top of the mountain in the middle of nowhere. Doesn't seem dodgy at all. Got the drone footage. I am absolutely stoked with that. Now we can make a video.
Like, 'cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, 'cause all that is stuck in my head is me and you.
So the car's finally arrived. Check this out.
I wanna basic, 'cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension. Move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true.
That's so childish. Oh man, this is gonna be wild.
We make out for the thrill of it. Mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end.
There's nothing worse than being given like 300 kilowatt car and bumpy driving in traffic.
Mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now.
Trying to get a picture of a nice car.
Yeah.
So I did all the driving here, and I'm going to let him drive it back. I went to the bathroom before we left just in case I needed a change of underwear halfway home. This RS3 is just such an absolute blast. Being in the passenger seat, I won't lie, is not the greatest place to find yourself when somebody's caning an RS3. The rapid acceleration, sharp braking really wants to make you give your lunch back. But I managed to boot Andre out and I am back in the driver's seat, and this is where you want to be. So one of my best mates has just had a baby. Well, technically he's not had the baby. His wife's had the baby. So popped into the hospital, and it was all like sunny and warm when I went in, and it's raining and cold when I came out. I have a 300 kilowatt pocket rocket in the wet. We're about to find out just how good the Quattro system on this Audi is. But I'll take it easy, promise. So while we're driving in the pouring rain, it seems a pretty good time to discuss the merits of building a 294 kilowatts hot hatch. That's a lot of power in a small car like this. One of my favorite cars that I've ever driven is... That's really loud, isn't it? One of my favorite cars I've ever driven is Audi RS4 Avant, and that was like a 330 kilowatt car. So this is not far off from that naturally aspirated 4 litre, 4.2 litre V8, and they've sucked the similar amount of power out of a 2 litre 4-cylinder engine with a bunch of turbos, of course. But it's a lot of power in a very small package. They've added the S-tronic stuff, and the gearbox is phenomenally sharp. It's incredibly smart. It's just, they do stuff in this car which on paper shouldn't be possible. I'm pretty sure if you went back in time 20-30 years to anybody building a car and said to them, look at this, they would have gone like, That's not even possible. That's just conceiving of a 300 kilowatt pocket rocket that is not completely bonkers and doesn't actually try and kill you the entire time tells you something of the sort of electronics that get put into this car. It just, I mean, the driver assists and the driver aids in this car are just phenomenal. I'm driving in the rain. It's Cape Town. This is one of those sort of, it's pouring. There's a film of water on the road. There is no hint of slippage in this car at all. It feels planted. It feels solid. The first car I ever experienced that in was the Quattro Audi S8. There was like an inch of water on the road. It was like pelting down. And that car was just absolutely firm on the road. There was nothing that even gave you the hint of the road being wet. And I kind of get that same vibe and that same feel out of this. Like, it doesn't matter what the weather is outside. It doesn't matter that the road's wet. It doesn't matter that it's raining. It's just, there's power, there's good noise, there's control. It just is an incredible, incredible car.
Without regrets, girl, put your faith in me. Even though we just met, let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you, pulse speed and my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just...
It's properly grey out there. Now there's this huge traffic backup. So I'm not sure whether that's because it's like 5 o'clock or because somebody has gone and crashed. Normally when it rains in Cape Town, somebody drives into something and it's a disaster. So there's one last thing I want to show you about the RS3 before I call it a day. When you unlock it and open the door, there's a little light below the door that kind of projects Audi Sport onto the ground. That's really cool. That is like really, really cool.